I don't know, Leonard. I think I'm going to stay home tonight and work on my blockchain project.
You're gonna lose your family, Satoshi. Now you have to make a choice. Are you gonna spend day and night working on blockchain technology? Or are you gonna teach your son to love, to think, to breathe, to marinate a chicken? Now I have an Uber waiting downstairs. You make the call on that.
Insurance, audit trails, collective truth, online voting. Yes, I see it all unlinked. Oh, how it could all be linked, how it could help me form a link in a chain of common good. Productivity for good. A sequence bordering perfection, stacked, linked, making a connection, and finally chained together in a way I always knew we could. Chaining all the blocks. How you're poised to chain all the blocks. When the model is in disarray, you must disrupt and rebuild until you've chained all the blocks. Tracing the supply, round the global trace the supply. Stepping back till you see the whole future in widescreen, much more than just you and I. We'll build a chain to the sky, and soon we'll finally see our future together with actions, transactions accounted for truly with each ledger, time-stamped, coded, and noted together. I feel we could one day open up the world, truly link the world, drawing ever closer to chaining all the blocks. Chaining all the blocks. An immutable chain, decentralized nodes, openness by design, integrity, a universe of blocks. We must keep climbing. Leonard, I'm leaving my family.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here tonight to talk about the blockchain.
What's that, Mark?
Well, the blockchain, my friend, is many things. Number one, it is accountable. Number two, it is honest.
Honest.
Number three, it is ecumenical.
Ecumenical.
But more importantly than any of that, Matt, I'm gonna tell you what it is. You wanna know?
What is it? What is it?
It is funky.
Woo!
We've got a show to start.
But let's play this one from the heart.
Ooh, that's right. Because before it all goes down tonight,
You and I've got to get the mood right.
I'm talking peer-to-peer connection.
Now we're moving in the right direction.
Because when there's no middleman with a middle plan, no one's gonna meddle with this.
Election?
Quick deflection.
So now without any further obstruction, no more highbrow introductions. Let's you and I give these folks a little something, something.
You said it, my friend. Well, here goes nothing. Welcome to the blockchain.
Sing it with
I
us.
said, welcome to the blockchain. It goes, welcome to the blockchain.
Gentlemen, thank you so much. Thank you for coming out to Live from Tomorrow. Blockchain for business. Thank you. Feels nice. Feels nice. And
Do you know
like,
who this is? Who is this?
I'm Matt Hooper. I'm the host of Live from Tomorrow. Blockchain for business.
Whoa there, Matt Hooper. You see, here on the blockchain, we don't need hosts.
No, not that Asian word.
Because a host, my friend, is just another word for a middleman between the audience and the entertainer.
No, guys, I serve a purpose, you know.
No. So you know what, Matt Hooper, if that is your real name, I'm gonna have to ask you to do me a pretty big favor right now.
What?
Get off the block. Welcome to the block.
You heard me.
I
said get off the block.
Get yourself off the block.
Step it back, pretty boy. Get off the block.
Welcome now. Leave the
Guys, I
block.
serve a purpose.
said get off the block.
Get yourself off the block.
Hey, everybody, let's flock together. Do the blockchain dance like birds of a feather.
I feel good about that. You feel good
That
about
felt
that?
really good.
Nice.
That felt really good.
Good job, everybody.
Welcome
All
to the
right,
block, man.
Who wants to have a good time tonight? There you go. I love it. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Matt Hooper, and I'm trying to serve a purpose here tonight. And I want to welcome you all to Live from Tomorrow, Blockchain for Business. Thank you. Thank you, Mom. And I want to talk about my favorite idea tonight, right? The technology on the tips of everybody's tongue, blockchain. Blockchain is, some would say, the internet at its most honest. Though, if I'm being honest, when I want to clear my search history, the last thing I want my internet to be is honest. You know what I mean? Maybe if my internet could be forgetful, I might want that. That might be something I actually want. But no, let's take a step back, folks, and actually talk about what the blockchain actually is, right? The blockchain is an open database, publicly available to everyone, that maintains a growing list of records called blocks. And these blocks typically include money, goods, property. Honestly, look, if it has value, it's in. Unlike Pogs, which, I'm sorry, Cousin Larry, Pogs are never making a comeback. Look, additionally, every transaction is logged with all relevant information and without the need of a middleman overseeing anything, right? With the help of blockchain, we have finally created a public ledger of transaction that is constantly being verified by the entire community, therefore mitigating the chances of corruption. And it's impossible to really think about how groundbreaking this concept is without the help of music and jokes, of course. But this is as if when you were a kid and you were pushed to the ground by kindergarten bully Tuck Hardknuckle. And yes, this kid's name is totally Tuck Hardknuckle. He doesn't look like a Clifford, does he? Anyway, it's as if all the peers in the playground joined together and helped you beat up Tuck Hardknuckle because they all had verification that he did it and they all joined you to kick his butt, right? There you go. But peer-to-peer transactions, peer-based connections on the thread don't just have to do with avenging schoolyard bullies, right? This is probably the most exciting opportunity that I see. It's something that we need to change the cue card for, but I'm excited. Woo! No, get back up there, back up there. But you got to think of who the right kind of person would be that would actually want to make something like this, folks. Because when I made that joke originally, you end up thinking about someone like this, right? This is the kind of person that believes strongly in building the accounting of things. And it's funny, because actually the real inventor of this, Satoshi Nakamoto, who wrote the white paper, that's a pseudonym, which is interesting, because honestly, you'd think we'd get a real name out of Satoshi, right? Honesty is such a big deal, the immutability of blockchain. But I get it. Honesty is terrifying. It's why my Tinder profile says that my name is Jack Awesome, and my pet peeves include achy muscles from lifting too many piles of money. Blockchain has gone from the realm of hobbyists and cryptocurrency to major enterprise, and it's actually why we're here tonight. Round of applause, folks. Technology brings trusted transactions to industries such as global supply chains, international payments, and of course, media and entertainment. And IBM has been at the forefront of collaborating with these forward-thinking individuals, embracing new way of doing business, partnering with an open source community of developers, startups, and enterprise and Hyperledger with the ultimate goal of advancing blockchain for businesses. There you go. Mom is a big IBM fan too. IBM offers a secure platform where you can experiment and deploy blockchain networks while providing access to experts who have helped build the solution from the ground up with over 400 client engagements. Think about that, right? That is 100 fewer than 500. So it's in this trust that we see the opportunity for blockchain, where blockchain can address the challenges that have so far sort of surpassed the reach of other technological solutions, right? And there isn't room for middlemen and everything in a peer-based transaction. And that's sort of one of the traumatic bits of this, right? Because while I might get a kick out of losing the middlemen, it's in fact a tragedy for the filmmakers behind 2014's Monkey in the Middle. This was the plot of their movie. Can we zoom in for a second on why this movie was rated PG? What is the violence in Monkey in the Middle? That's what I want to know. Did they hurt the monkey? Did someone hurt the monkey? Sick world. Anyway, we're going to be learning a lot more about blockchain tonight. Exciting businesses, organizations, applications built on blockchain. Because guys, in blockchain, as with anything, honesty is still, as always, the best policy, right? And whether we're going to be giving away anyone's secret identity tonight, because that's not really the point. I see you, Stefan Urkel. We know that you have a pseudonym to keep, right? And we're not going to reveal anything, Mr. Urkel. I mean Satoshi. I think we solved the mystery tonight, right? I think we have. Who wants to watch a funny video? I know I do. I know I'm here for the videos. And you know, one of my favorite features of blockchain technology is actually...
Wait!
Yes,
I
Bones.
have this letter in my possession, and it's a message from across the Hudson.
Dude, I'm in the middle of a show right now. You know what I mean? This is not the right...
Tell the peoples of this great story that my father died.
Whoa. That's a little morbid, man. You know, we're in the middle of a comedy show here tonight, okay? The idea is that if you want to be a part of what we do, right, there are a number of middlemen you have to go through in order to join the show and to help produce it, right? Come to writers' meetings, strategy sessions. Maybe next time.
If only my life was as devoid of middlemen as blockchain.
Anyway, one of my favorite features of blockchain technology is the ability to audit trace the entire global supply chain. So with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, I present you our first video of the evening, Love on the Blockchain. Hey everyone, Matt Hooper here. Today we're going to be learning about how blockchain is disrupting the future of payments. Because if two or more entities are using blockchain-enabled technology to pay each other, they're cutting out the middleman entirely. So if I want to pay someone in, Ireland, I can, without needing to worry about extra fees or cross-border transaction costs. For instance, I'm looking at the user profile of one guy by the name of Jack McCombie, right, who seems to have received a romantic payment from another user with a little heart emoji, a woman named Violet Sampson, which is actually the name of my ex-girlfriend, there she is. I reckon that's her. That's Violet. But what's she doing in Ireland? Unless she's taking that trip we always talked about.
Hey, Matt, what is it?
Huh?
Are you okay? Do you need another minute?
I'm good. It just appears that my ex-girlfriend is in Ireland doing blockchain-enabled technology with a guy named Jack McCombie. It's been 4 months. I didn't know if she was seeing anybody. That seems fast. Doesn't that seem fast? That's fast.
Yeah, so do you want to maybe take a walk or get some air? Because this is a corporate video and you need to keep it together.
No, we're good.
Okay?
Yeah.
You sure?
Positive. We're going to be fine. We got this.
Awesome.
We got this, Sheila. Okay.
Wonderful.
Yep.
Okay. Great, guys. Let's go again.
Jack McCombie. She's in Ireland. Jack McCombie in Ireland. Blockchain is changing the world of business. And this concept, the removal of the middleman, is just like the removal of my heart, which is the middleman of my chest. It might be efficient, but I can't feel anything. Hey, Sheila, why do you think she's in Ireland? Maybe we should look into that. Can I get a map? I'm in Ireland to demonstrate how blockchain works internationally. Also to demonstrate how far I've fallen. After flying into Cork last night, I couldn't find them. And by them, of course, I mean my ex-girlfriend, Violet Sampson, and her new possible boyfriend, maybe just lover, no, somehow that's worse, Jack McComby. After I left Cork, I came straight here to County Wexford, just a day's drive from Kilkenny. It's a scenic drive, if by scenic you mean frenzied and scary. I did use blockchain, however, to find out that Jack McComby descends from a long line of dairy farmers who reside not 20 feet behind me. How did I find this out? By tracing the supply chain of one slice of cheese I used to make a sandwich. From this slice of cheese, and I admit now this was obvious, I was able to trace it back to my local supermarket. From local supermarket to distributor, from the distributor to the New Jersey Port Authority, from the New Jersey Port Authority all the way across the Atlantic Ocean to Irish cheese baron Rory O'Halloran, from Rory O'Halloran to one Patrick McComby, Jack McComby's cousin, from whom Jack is estranged due to a blood feud lasting multiple generations. Now, let's go meet the locals. I'm here with regional eccentric Seamus Flannery. Now, Seamus, what do you know about the McCombys?
Ha! What don't you know about the McCombys? They are bloody legends around here. But you told me this is a documentary about blockchain, for which I'm quite the enthusiast.
Here I am at the McComby farm. If you'll follow me, one more note on the supply chain takes us to this very house where just upstairs, Jack and Violet are very probably enjoying a quiet, cozy breakfast as lovers are wont to do. I'm shaking right now from both specific fear and a general sense of self-worthlessness.
My name is Matt Hooper. My name is Matt Hooper, and you're Jack McComby. And I'm here to talk to you.
Excuse me. Can I help you?
Hi, my name is Matt Hooper, and I was able to find this house because I traced some cheese.
Matt? What are you doing here?
It's only been 4 months, Violet. We weren't supposed to see other people.
Yeah, I'm in Ireland on vacation. What, you followed me?
It's so nice to see you still.
Okay, wow, well, I'm on vacation living my life.
Whoa.
This is insane.
Hey, we're just best friends.
What's happening to you?
Well, that is a relief because I had been afraid that this trip, all of it, the beauty, the strangeness, made possible by blockchain-enabled technology and the immutable truth of our every transaction was leading to an emotional outcome I was not prepared for.
That is so stupid.
No, it's not.
Wait.
It is.
Wait.
You're following me here?
Violet, hang on, wait. Is this a blockchain-focused documentary?
It's only been 4 months, Violet.
Yeah, 4 months.
4
You're the
months.
same person that
Because-
I broke
No,
up with.
I've evolved. I make
Because the
documentaries
blockchain
now.
Wow.
is something about which I'm quite the enthusiast.
What?
We learned a lot today about each other, about the importance of transparency. You know, blockchain is a truth teller, my friends, and we need a public ledger to keep the facts straight and keep our hearts safe. So, Jack McComby is just Violet's best friend. There's no reason I've ever...
Best friends, though, of course. We are amorous.
Founded in 1776, between the 7th inning stretch and the 7-year itch, as the Seven Nation Army plays all of the hits. 76 trombones will blow the opening pitch. So, little girl, what brings you to this country of ours?
All right, ladies and germs, love on the blockchain. That's right. And I want to thank a really good friend of mine, Max Ashley, and the incredible James Corbett for helping us make that great video. Thank you, guys. Now, who wants to see a panel? Who wants the panel? That's right. Please welcome to the stage my guests for the evening, Brittany, Joe, and Sean. Come on up, everybody. Yes, have a seat. All right. And this is where, Jimmy Fallon becomes Charlie Rose or something. This is the moment it all changes. This is something that I'm sure a lot of people in the audience have Googled already. But if you could just, starting with you, Joe, go down the line and introduce yourself a little bit, and also how you got involved in this industry, and I guess, because why the hell not, how you would most simply define blockchain tech.
So my name's
5 seconds.
My name's Joe Lang. I lead offering management for market solutions and financial services and blockchain. I was previously at R3. I helped found the first blockchain consortium. And actually, I got into blockchain because I met someone on a blind date in 2014. And he ended up being my first co-founder.
Nice.
My dad said I needed to learn how to date better.
Yeah, right. Or you're like the star of the next video. I feel like that was
That too.
Yeah.
I would say blockchain is certainty, and therefore removing the cost of uncertainty, which is the biggest cost driver for pretty much any enterprise, big or small.
I'm Brittany Laughlin. I'm a partner at Lattice Ventures. We invest in early stage technology companies, and we believe in the power of network effects, which the blockchain has a number of. So we're super excited about the technology. Prior, I was at Union Square Ventures. We invested in Coinbase, Blockstack, MediaChain, IPFS, and a number of other blockchain companies. So when we first invested in Coinbase, they were the only people that weren't anarchists who came in to pitch us around blockchain wallets. So we got to see very early the people that were building these things and selling a lot of drugs on the websites, the dark web. So more simply, blockchain, the way that we look at it is a way to empower the edges. So people anywhere, no matter where they stand kind of in their ecosystem, they have access to contribute, to benefit, and to transact.
Hey, my name is Sean Franks. I'm the co-founder of the Plastic Bank. So at the Plastic Bank, we make plastic waste a currency for change, and we're on a mission to stop ocean plastic while reducing global poverty. And we do this by creating systems where we can have reward and incentive systems where someone can just go out in a developing country and pick up the plastic waste that's abundant around them and use it as a way to provide for their families and even pay for their children to go to school. And we create these recycling reward ecosystems around the world where people can act as collectors, people can run recycling businesses, or even just storefronts where anyone can afford what you're selling because you can recycle around you. And we recycle this plastic and we sell it to some of the world's largest companies to use as social plastic. And this is how we have the world's largest corporations help contributing to provide the value in plastic to make it too valuable to enter the ocean. And this is something that we use blockchain as a way of how do we remove the cash and the danger in these recycling systems to have a safe and trusted token-based currency and a token-based exchange system. And if I'm really trying to simplify blockchain, I think it's just a data storage system that's simply the most trusted and secure way to instantly approve and record any exchange of value. I'd say ignore Bitcoin, ignore miners, exchange of value, it's a trust stamp, that's what blockchain is.
Nice, look at that. Joe, let's start back with you for a second. The subject for our evening is obviously blockchain for business. Now, who is using blockchain at that kind of corporate level, and how is it being used in the market?
So the obvious answer would be the banks, and financial services. That's where I am. But we were doing a ton of work, really good stuff with anything from food safety, supply chain, healthcare, government as well. I'd say that it's really changing the paradigm where most costs, as I mentioned earlier, come from the cost of uncertainty. That's why you have middlemen who you supposedly trust more. Now you don't need them. Because you can trust the information that you're using. We can empower communities at a much lower cost to communicate, transact with each other. You can answer questions such as, do I trust who I'm transacting with? It may not even matter. Do I know where these diamonds come from? Are they blood diamonds? Do I know, is this person even authorized to sell this piece of artwork to me? All of these questions you can start to answer once you have a blockchain network that you have verified. And this completely changes, and I'm excited to see not just how we can fix or, update new businesses, existing businesses, but also change the paradigm and see what comes out of it. And I'm really excited to be a part of that with IBM.
Nice. Do you have anything you want to add to that? Or? Because Sean, I have another question for you, buddy. Sean Franks, you've said that we need to change our thinking from plastic as waste to plastic as value. So that's a big idea. How engaged were you in the blockchain community, like while you were kind of having that idea, before you actually thought this is the kind of business I should be in and the kind of thing I should devote my life to?
Yeah, we took a little bit of a learn first, act second approach, went around the world, saw what's working, and really, when we look at how do you stop ocean plastic, it starts why is it going in the ocean? And I look at, there's really two paradigms that we look at. First, that if you walked into a kitchen and the sink was overflowing, water's pouring on the floor, and all you have is a bucket and a mop, what do you do first? And the answer is you go and turn off the tap. And when we look at ocean plastic, first thing we need to do is turn off the tap. And if we just look at a second idea that if every piece of plastic was worth $5, there would be no plastic on the ground on this planet. The only reason it's going in the ocean is people have that perception that it's waste. So this is when we look at how do we reveal the value in plastic, which then ties into the system of how do we do it globally in a way that we can just put enough money in the hands of the people collecting and remove the risk factors, remove the dangers, remove the middlemen involved that take away from the value that that person gets. And this just, when we're looking at how do we exchange value with trust, provide savings to the unbankable, to me, blockchain is the only solution that we have the luxury of just being able to start with the best technology available and do it right from the beginning.
Sure, but there's sort of two levels of recognition, right? There's recognizing that waste can be, that what goes in the ocean can have enormous value. And then there's recognizing that there's a kind of immutable transaction network that can underlie that. Has that been a tough sell? I mean, you so rarely hear about sort of organizations that have two major quasi-impediments as you start. You're changing people's minds about two big ideas right away.
Yeah, well, I think it's one that works for our cause because, again, just how do you provide these systems? How do you have corporations put money into something to know there's going to be an impact? How do you have people contribute to a program that's new? And again, this is for us, blockchain is that trust stamp, especially when we're working with an IBM blockchain, we're working at something that can scale to millions of users instantly with trust.
Interesting, thank you. Brittany, Lattice Ventures is a network-driven VC firm, and you look for companies developing technologies that are, quote, defensible via network effects. Could you explain a little more about how you shaped this investment thesis and where blockchain, I mean, you touched on this before about the edges, but where blockchain kind of fits into this mission?
Yeah, I think one of the things that we get excited about is how powerful technology can be and how much it can actually have an impact on people's lives. Starting this firm, I was kind of sick of seeing more food delivery businesses come up. You can only see 10 pitches in 1 week to realize you don't need that much food delivered. All your meals are covered. So when we were thinking,
fruitrollup.io.
Yeah. There were 3 different apps that only delivered pizza to you with a click of a button. So we thought a little bit bigger of where there's still places where technology hasn't touched, where it could actually have a really big impact on people. And we see that as financial services. There are a number of people in the US that have no financial relationship with a bank or a provider. It's hard to access them. There's a lot of infrastructure required. And so that's where we see blockchain could be a really useful tool because it's cheaper to deploy, it's easier to maintain the ledgers. There isn't a ton of auditing that needs to be done because it's already built into the system. So we get really excited to see people building those companies early on so they can eventually serve big corporations. We see that also in other things like being able to provide skills. So labor is one of the largest drivers of GDP in this country. People working, getting paid. So how do you empower everyone to have that same access? We think that the blockchain is a great way to be able to serve your skills immediately, and no matter who you are, what you look like, if you can contribute to the system, you can extract value, which is pretty huge when you think about the impact on diversity, when it doesn't matter how old you are, where you live, or what you look like in order to contribute.
Sure. And let's stay with you, and then, but we'll start with you, but this is for the whole group. Let's just pull back for a second. what is the most significant feature / capability of blockchain as you see it right now? What is the industry you're most excited? You spoke a little bit about financial services. Most excited to sort of upend and/or improve tremendously via blockchain?
Yeah, well, who in here like owns cryptocurrency at all? Ethereum, Bitcoin? Yeah, so it's the Wild West out there right now. So I'm sure a lot of people...
We also have some government officials in the front row, ladies. You want to keep those hands down.
Made money, lost money. And I think the thing that I'm most curious about is how you build trust and security around this new technology, because I think the technology will be one of the biggest drivers of innovation over the next 10 years. But if we don't get security right early, it'll scare off a lot of people. So it's not only built on the blockchain, but it's built around the blockchain. And I think that infrastructure will be the biggest thing that we're excited about, because if you build infrastructure people trust, then a lot of other apps can be built on top of the blockchain.
Yeah, I think personally, if I'm looking at what I'm most excited with blockchain, I think if we can automate accounting, use smart contracts to automate legal processes, we could have a world with no accountants and no lawyers. And I think less lawyers will make a very good place.
I would just like to say on behalf of one of our partners tonight, no accountants, no lawyers is not the official philosophy of IBM blockchain. I don't know.
I think there are two major things that I'm excited about. One, I think one of the most important things blockchain has done is it's forced this new era of collaboration and co-opetition, recognition that you can't do things by yourself, and you're probably best off partnering even with your frenemy, which is how I would describe most banks, working together, which is interesting. But more importantly, I really am passionate about financial services and providing access to emerging markets and what you can do with the validation and the trust that allows, whether you are the World Bank or the young woman with your mobile phone, you have access to financial services, and it allows us to be more flexible in how we offer it. The paradigm of banking, of the ATM, and the actual physical place doesn't have to be anymore once we have blockchain and the trust that allows us to instill. And then the sky's the limit once you can actually get paid.
As founders, Sean, could you actually manage your organization right now without a technology-enabled trust-based system? I mean, how essential is the work you're doing with IBM, the work you're doing in the blockchain space, to growing what you've been working on the last several years?
Yeah, no, it's definitely critical for us. I mean, if you just try to set up, one recycling initiative at a time, you can have a handful of initiatives. But the only way to stop ocean plastic is to have hundreds of millions of pounds being collected, hundreds of millions of rewards being distributed. And the only way, we get swarmed with people asking, how do we bring the plastic bank to your country? Where our answer is just download the app. The app will build the ecosystems, but we have a digitally secured way to expand globally. And without the technology, there is no expansion. And without the expansion, plastic still enters the ocean.
Yeah. Got it. Joe, can you talk a little bit about what IBM has to offer in the blockchain space right now? These collaborations are exciting, and I hear like startups being enabled by major corporates. I hear about your life having both built a consortium of corporates and now what you're doing. How difficult is it, I guess is my sub-question, after you answered the first one, which is how exciting is it? What are you guys working on?
So IBM has been committed to empowering the community, both the industry and the individual developers, with the starting of Hyperledger. We are just launching our IBM blockchain platform in beta, which will allow developers to actually, build and deploy blockchain networks supported by enterprise services. The same supported infrastructure, by the way, that 75% of the world's financial transactions go through today. So I think that's pretty amazing, as well as we have our founder networks where we actually work with these new networks to actually seed them and provide expertise both from a technical standpoint and a business standpoint to not only build the MVPs but to actually prove them, which I think is pretty amazing. And there'll be more announcements. This is only the beginning. I've only been at IBM for 4 months, so stay tuned.
We're all judging you. Brittany, how do you think, this is something that I think about a lot in your line of work, how do you think blockchain technology itself can shape or alter the VC industry, right?
Yeah.
Knowing what we now know about trust, accountability, auditability, and the VC founder relationship, it's so relationship based, it's so based on the openness of a transaction.
Yeah.
How do you see your job actually being either disintermediated or supported by blockchain?
Yeah, it's a great question, and I think a lot of it's being asked in the public right now with ICOs. Everyone familiar with ICOs? Okay. Like initial coin offerings.
You know what? Someone who might have wooted just now is probably an accountant. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
Sean. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. We know
Yeah.
our audience, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we'll get rid of lawyers or accountants anytime soon. They will just adapt to charge us a lot of money for their expertise in this space, which is good, hopefully. So I think with venture capital, what our job is to seed ideas from the beginning when there isn't any proof that it will work. So our type of capital is really important when you need initial capital to build a business. And so as long as there are good ideas or new ideas coming out, I think we'll still be in business. But it definitely changes our dynamic when you can go out to a community you've already built and say, hey, I'm building this project. Do you want to own a piece of it by buying a token? And then just crowdsourcing from a lot of different people. That can actually remove venture capitalists from the equation. You don't need us anymore. I think with regulation changing, that will kind of no longer be the case. I think now they are looking for people to be accredited instead of just individuals. So regulation will make it harder. I think it'll push back to venture capitalists. I think the value add as a VC is being able to help entrepreneurs think about how do you grow a business? How do you scale a team? How do you work in a trustless, decentralized system where no one is your employee per se, but they're contributing to your project? So there's a lot of new questions that I think you're going to want a VC around the table that has seen 10 of these businesses, and they have insights that no one else has. So I think you'll see lots of VCs go in this direction slowly. You'll see lots of hedge funds go in this direction with cryptocurrencies. There's a lot of capital moving, and that's usually where we want to be. And we hope that we can continue to build communities around these projects so that they are successful over time, because everyone wins when the ecosystem grows and expands.
Nice. I think finally, we often overestimate where we're going to be in 20 years and underestimate where we're going to be in 2 years vis-a-vis technology and technology-enabled products. Starting with you, Joe, going down the line, in 5 years from now, right, 2022, what do you think and what do you hope blockchain will have done to our world?
Fundamentally, I hope that you no longer have to wait 2 weeks to get a payment. And I say that just because it is so complicated, and that I want access to funds to be changing. I want data and data governance to be a given, not a privilege, of the fact that you work at a company that actually is a steward of their data, and they use things like blockchain, where then as a result we can actually take advantage of the great leaps and bounds of artificial intelligence and all sorts of things, which until we can trust our data, it's a little dangerous to feed, potentially wrong information to a robot.
I've seen a Black Mirror about that, I think.
Yes. So when we initially got in this space, we tried to come up with what are the crazy ideas you can imagine using the blockchain or a microtransaction for. And the thought was driving down a highway in your driverless car and being able to speed past the car next to you because your car has made a contract and negotiated and signed it with the other car saying, I'll pay you, extra coins if you let me pass at this point versus not. So thinking of things like that where the machines can negotiate on our behalf without us ever having to verbalize that transaction, and you can kind of put lots of inputs in the system. Using a trustless ledger, it doesn't matter if our cars are the same make or model because they all belong to this ecosystem. So crazy things like that we're excited about.
Yeah, I think one of the ones that I'm kind of really excited about, and just we've looked into a lot of different ways that ID and biometrics will play in. And I don't think we're that far away from the day that I am my ID. Like there is no cards, there is no wallets, there is no credit cards. But I just think of the simple concept of, if you could travel anywhere in the world and you could never get robbed, you could never lose things, you could never have a reason that your passport's gone and you're not in a country because you are yourself. And to me, everything I've seen with biometrics, whether it's eye scanning and all combined, like that's something blockchain can be used to just redefine what we consider ID, period.
Interesting. Well, thank you so much, panelists. Thank you, guys. Round of applause for them. Thanks for coming out and spending the evening with us. I guess we're going to strip the stage now. It's great to have you. And come on, another round of applause for them. They were amazing. Come on, guys. All right. And you also see you have your nice merch right there, right? But big round of applause, big thank you. This was a really fun thing. And now we're going to move on from the panel.
Could still hear you saying
No.
you wouldn't.
Mark, we don't have the rights. We don't have the rights. Anyway, in anticipation for our second video of the evening, we were learning a lot. Oh, man, I know what this music means.
I still have the message.
Dude.
Can I share it with
Bowen, listen. I told you there's a process to this kind of thing, right? Haven't you read the Middleman Manual?
Yes. I'm halfway through it.
Don't encourage that. Don't encourage that. Listen, buddy, I know you're excited. I'm excited too, but there's a bureaucracy to this, as there is so often in life, and it's just not going to happen tonight, bud.
Oh, okay.
If only that young man's life were as devoid of bureaucracy as blockchain.
Don't worry, friends. The lonely boy will be back again.
Hey, are you hearing that, man? I said, are you hearing that?
Yeah? Squad car. We live in the near future, all right? All money is digitized, okay? I can trace every single cent that these robbers have taken.
So you don't feel like you have to do anything about an active bank robbery?
Nope. But the captain has been disintermediated.
Hey, dude, also rent is due?
Yeah, I don't know. In a weird way, I worry about the guy. You know, he's definitely strange, and they still want him to save the day, but it's like, if he has no interest in it, I guess. Like the other week, he got a call about a missing persons case, you know, and he just kind of stared off into space, dead-eyed, completely dead-eyed, and he said, "Don't worry about it. The girl's identity's stored on the blockchain." Enough about me. How are you doing, Mom? You still in Jersey? You still living up there?
Your life, it might be more efficient now, yes. Dude, it's killed you. I mean, it's killed you, man. You know, you got no one left to save.
I am working on a comedy routine.
Okay, that sounds like something. What do you...
Vaudeville jokes on the blockchain.
Well, that's complete gibberish, I'm pretty sure, but at least it's productive, I guess.
Who's on first?
Yeah, like what's on second, like that kind of thing?
Those are the names of the players. Blockchain efficiency.
I really hate you, man. I don't like you as a person. Okay, are you dead?
Is he here?
He's gone.
Matthew's gone? Matthew Hooper's gone. Okay. Yes. No more middlemen. I still have the letter that my father died to bring. And I'm going to read it to you now. Let's see what it says. It says, now introducing the chief Innovation Officer of Jersey City, Mr. Brian Platt. My father died for that. You're Mr. Brian Platt? What do you have to say?
I don't know. No one told me about this.
Okay, come on, dude. Come on. My father died for this. I thought you had a message. Say it.
Actually, I do have a message. I know nothing about your family situation, though. Is that okay if I tell the message to the group? I have a very exciting message.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be here tonight. My name is Brian Platt. I'm the Chief Innovation Officer of the City of Jersey City. And while this episode of Live from Tomorrow was fine, I think the next one will be even better. And I'm going to explain why. We in Jersey City will be co-sponsoring the next event, and it will be focusing on city innovation.
Wow, that's fabulous. And it's going to be in Jersey City.
It's going to be in Jersey City, and what we're going to do is we're going to partner with 4 tech startups to help us solve our city's most pressing challenges. Startups will go through a 6-week program connecting them with mentors and experts in the field to help them develop their pitch. Afterwards, we in Jersey City will help them figure out what they're going to do with their idea and their company using Jersey City as a sandbox. We understand the value in tech startups and the tech community and leveraging technology to make our cities work better. And so this is a very exciting opportunity for us, and we hope you can join us at the next episode.
Thank you, Brian. Go back to your seat. We have a show to finish.
Wow. Well, thank you, Brian, and thank you, Matt. That's great news about the next episode of Live from Tomorrow because it means that we still have a job. So we're very excited. All right. But ladies and gentlemen, as entertaining as I'm sure that show will be, we still have a show to finish here. And there's one very important thing that I need to say and get off my chest. Audience, can I confide in you? I still don't entirely understand what the blockchain is. And I have questions. Do you have questions? Okay.
Did you say questions about the blockchain, young fella?
Yes, I did, man.
Well, do I have answers for you in song form? A 1, a 2, a 3, and here we go. Here we go. I'm talking blockchain, friends, with a B, then a lock, then a chain at the top, and that's B-L-O-C-K. That's a unit, just a measurement, it's heavens, and it teaches to be better than the lies. It tells the truth, does it prove it's better than the layman, it's better than the chain. C-H-A-I-N, don't forget it, don't relent it. We're gonna do this all over again. How's that sound for you?
You'll have to forgive Matt. There's a lot of very fast talking in this one. So please, put your hands together.
Did someone say questions about blockchain, young fella?
Why, yes! Yes, I did,
live
Matt!
Streaming. We make mistakes all the time.
It's live, people. It's live.
You want to tell me when?
From tomorrow. 1, 2, 3,
here we go. I'm talking blockchain, friends, with a B, then a lock, then a chain at the top. That's B-L-O-C-K. That's a unit, just a measurement. It's heavens, and it teaches to be better than the lies. It shows us proof, tells the truth, takes a way of doing business, isn't lame, breaks a chain, and that's C-H-A-I-N. Don't forget it. I won't let you know you get it. Transact whether you're the pauper or the president.
The president?
The old one, yeah, the good one, not the new tenant, but let us stick with you. I know the world is complicated, but the blockchain keeps us true.
Oh my God! Wow! Gee whiz! I think I get it. What you're saying is that the blockchain is an immutable public ledger on which every transaction can be logged.
Immutable, inscrutable, indubitably so, young fella. Do the folks at home get it? Do the folks here get it? Oh, yes! 1, here we go. There are no middlemen, kids. No one tweening, no one twixers, no one stealing, just for kicks, and that's M-I-D-D. Wait, that's half the word. There is some more, friends. Have you heard about the L-E-M-E? And they are no more. No, it's efficiency galore. We're on a mission. See the scores of it still to come. Now I think we're done, and that's D C-O-N-E, fin like it's the end, and now I'm gone, so say so long.
So long as in goodbye?
Yes, but please don't cry.
Cry? Why cry?
Then let us bid adieu. I know the world is complicated, but the blockchain keeps us true. Come on, we know the world is complicated, but the blockchain keeps us true. The blockchain keeps us true. Oh, yes!
And the
The black cat, ladies and gentlemen! The black cat!
keeps us
Thank you! Blockchain keeps us true, boys. The blockchain keeps us true. Thank you, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Live from Tomorrow. Your cast for the evening, Max Azalea, Matthew Bowens. We are the band, Marissa Tomei, the Academy Blues Project. The co-creator and producer, Dimitri Kavaros. Ladies and gentlemen, the co-creator and host, Matthew Hooper.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Thank you to IBM Blockchain. Thank you to you. Thank you to the folks at home. Thank you to Mashable. We love you all. Go to the bar. Let's have some fun, and we'll see you in October. We're live from tomorrow. This is Blockchain for Business. Thank you.